Hey.
Ooh.
So Drake Bell has been reported missing in Florida. At the same time, the Fort Lauderdale airport has been shut down. Coincidence? A scammer politician has been reinstated in Tennessee. DZ recites some Beanie Baby fan fiction. We're going to talk about mining. We're going to talk about Arbitrum. Probably going to talk about Wyverns again. This is Blockchain Basement.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're going to screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're going to get back below there. But if we do, that's kind of where we...
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Blockchain Basement. This is your daily dose of shenanigans, of crypto alpha, of poor taste, of top D, of, just clippable moments for crypto.
Gotta have them.
Folks, before we get into it, before we say hi to everybody in the chat, before we say hi to all the simps in the chat, how are we feeling today? Start with Gen Z representative Hannah. How are you feeling, Hannah?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Yeah, did you
That's all I
unstake
got.
your ETH? Okay.
Never staked.
Yeah, you and no one else. Drew, how are you feeling?
I'm doing real good. Didn't stake any ETH, so it didn't affect me, and not surprised that it's fighting for 2K now. I didn't think that there was going to be a big dump yesterday.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty normal.
Easy?
Feeling better than a BBC journalist.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
I was thinking about that for my intro, but I
That guy got wrecked.
that guy got wiped the floor.
Elon was doing that
I
hand
know.
signal.
I know. You got to do it. It's a
the power
flex.
signal.
Wait, Elon was doing the Batwing?
Biscuit Jesus, how are you
Yes.
feeling?
I'm feeling good. NES pool has hit 107 blocks since February
amazing.
2nd.
That's
If you're not
amazing.
staking with NES pool,
You're not
you're a
staking.
loser.
Yeah.
An actual loser. Because you're
You're-
losing out on a great APY.
On Cardano gains.
Mm.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I'm staked on Kraken. Sorry.
Why?
Mm.
Because I use Kraken a lot.
Why?
Because it's a great hot wallet.
Why?
All right, simps. Pablo Guerrero, Rusty Man, Ian Williams, Sauce Boss, Kino, Paper Hands, Moonboy, Crypto Killer Whale, The Deadwood, Crypto Naughty, William Carey, Captain Daddy, Jim Kramer in the
Hey.
house. What's up, baby? Are we a buy or are we a sell, Jim? Crimson Caravan Company, LJGG, Tucker Crypto, Manly Crypto, Royal 6969. Nice. This is the way. This is the Bitcoin way. Chemistry Bro, The Vegan, and Jay Serrano 88. Welcome to Blockchain Basement. I am Nick DeMundi, the Nictator. This is my last time ever hosting this show.
Absolutely.
TJ is on vacation, and the host that he hired didn't show up. So then you get the Nictator. Today's sponsored by Zaxby's.
Is it
I
chicken?
can't believe you talk so much trash about that Zaxby's next to it. You
It
end
is
up going there.
Look, it was raining outside. I didn't have any lunch, and we wrapped
He
up.
lost his license about 6
I
months
lost my light.
ago.
Look,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Things
driving
happen.
I'm driving a scooter, driving the old liquor sickle, the old liquor sickle. Running on
He just
ancient.
spits in his gas tank from
I
his
do.
breakfast.
Well, I mixed my spit with ancient age whiskey. If you've never drank ancient age, then you don't know what drunk is. Anyways,
Better than Evan Williams.
oh, bro, ancient age only comes in a plastic bottle
Oh,
with
God.
with the curve in it.
Yeah.
That's how you know. When the bottle has a curve in it, that's how
Yeah,
you know.
you're supposed to like hide it in your thigh pocket.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like absinthe.
What the hell is Zaxby's? Crimson Caravan Company. Zaxby's is a
Trash.
small independent chicken purveyor.
Yeah.
They are mid. They're very mid.
What about the peach tea though?
Oh, they're fire.
It's trash.
It's just full of high fructose corn syrup.
Yep,
But it's
overrated.
still fantastic tea. I don't
It's, I mean, if you like the taste of
All I had in-
diabetes,
in
Nick, is this
Colorado-
show going to be like the last one you hosted, Manly
Yes.
Crypto? What the hell do you mean by that?
know. In Colorado, all you had Chick-fil-A.
Does Nick know what anything is? Raul, don't make me. I swear to God.
Black Velvet is the SOV of my teens.
Okay, one thing I gotta get into here.
It's Red Velvet if you're into K-pop.
We need to. Man, my autism is at like 100% today.
Yeah.
Question for Nick: any updates on XYO?
XYO, I mentioned it, so it probably dumped. Let's look at the charts.
Yeah. Some things are moving right now.
Some things are moving. XYO. I mean, look, XYO for me, it's like a mid-tier hold. Like, it has so much backing. Okay, it basically has not moved with all of this market shenanigans. It had like a tiny little move upwards. Let's look at the 14-day. Can we still see? Okay.
What, they couldn't find $8 billion in the couch?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's down. I mean, if you look at the max, I mean, we're still here, right?
Very sad. Very
So
low.
look, this is a bull. You take profits in the bull run. All right. So yeah, XYO, it has a use case and it has gigantic backing. So I'm bullish overall. Any crypto that has a use case that can explain it in 30 seconds is great.
Yeah.
But if you got to like go into this whole diatribe of like, we've got community, like, no, shut up.
We have
You either work
sharding
or you
and
don't.
docking.
What?
Yeah,
BJ, what did
Ethereum.
I say?
What?
I said,
Nick?
this is a family-friendly show.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
That's why I'm bearish on Ethereum.
All right.
Oof.
Hmm.
Jay Serrano, 88. I like when Nick hosts. It's chaos.
But on the other end, of the
Ethereum is
spectrum,
also powered by babies. Just saying.
on the other end, Nick needs anger management sessions with a therapist,
No, I
or
don't.
with the therapist.
I need an analyst and a therapist
You said
An
anal.
and
Fist?
and,
repus,
and an analropist.
an
And
alropus.
an-
Yeah, it doesn't look good on a
Anal-
business card.
Is that like an owl and an octopus?
Yeah,
Sick.
Owlbear. Shout out to the D&D movie. Very, very funny. I
Yeah?
loved it.
I
Had
was
low
skeptical.
expectations. Very, very funny movie.
What movie?
The Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh.
Just came out. Chris Pine. Very, very good. It would remind you of, like, I described it as a movie that came out before 2015. There's no agenda.
Mm.
There's none of that other crap. The
Wow.
effects are good.
That's a
We'll
big
watch
call.
just for that.
Yeah, the effects are good enough, and they shot a lot of stuff on location.
Huh.
Incredibly enjoyable. Doesn't take itself seriously. Just a really, really good time. Saw it with the wife
Did you see what happened to Jamie
and
Foxx?
with my girlfriend's husband. What?
Did you see what happened to Jamie Foxx in Atlanta?
Oh.
He's like hospitalized for undisclosed reasons. He's like filming a show or a movie with
Oh.
Cameron
He's
Diaz.
spoken out about how he
Bad
likes
Boys.
to party with cocaine.
Yeah.
Could be
Yeah.
partying a little too hard.
Hopefully-
Well,
hopefully
they're
he's feeling better.
just about to start up Bad Boys 4
Great
production.
job on Collateral. Maybe one of his better movies up there with Ray.
He had
Yeah.
some good-
Wait, what about Stealth? All right, let's take a look at the markets.
Yeah.
Sad
No.
I saw that one in the theaters, I think.
Ooh, Return of the
Stealth.
Jedi is going to be in theaters.
Yeah.
April 28th.
Really?
No,
The special edition?
April
Yeah,
28th.
Special edition? I don't care.
$30,400 Bitcoin.
30K Bitcoin. You'll love to see it. Ethereum, $2,000. Tether, look at this. Look at this. Look at this market cap. Look how huge of a difference that is. Money has been flying into Tether at a rapid pace.
Cow.
Money has been flying into Tether faster than meth has been flying into Drake Bell's veins.
Oof. That's fast.
Sheesh.
That's real
XRP,
fast.
who gives a shit? Dogecoin, 12 billion. I'm expecting Lido staked Ether to go up a lot.
yeah?
I'm expecting the market cap of Lido to go up to probably double in the next year because people want that good liquid.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can. I mean, Lido allows you to pull out your staking of Ethereum at any
Yes.
time, right? Okay.
Yes. And
Yeah.
they give way better returns than just regular staking.
Yeah.
Litecoin, $100 stable coin, $6 billion market cap.
Mm.
But let's go. We're actually, I'm in control now. I am the captain. Before we get into the stuff I want to talk about, as far as coins go, are there any coins let's go around the blockchain. Are there any coins that y'all are looking at? We're on a pump. You don't want to buy into a pump, but
Mm.
things are kind of settling down in Bitcoin land. Are there any projects that you're looking at scooping? Let's start with Biscuit Jesus. Go.
I guess question, what's up with AMP? Is that a thing anymore? Because
Bro, I
I
don't
feel
know.
like that might be worth looking at. Nervos is another one I was looking at in general, but I guess the big stuff is the usual, the Cardano, I guess ZK rollups if you're into shitty broken chains and Ethereum
Hell
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying like this isn't the coin you're gonna marry. This is the coin you're gonna you're going to pump and dump.
Yeah.
Right. This is the spring break fling coin.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, how's
terminology.
Optimism doing? I mean, that seems like a potentially good one.
That is OP
It's
is
pretty
good.
flat.
Drew?
Lately.
Drew, what are you degening in? And do not say dag. I swear to God, you say dag.
I'm not degening right now,
Okay.
but like I'm waiting for
Besides
Ajax.
chickens.
Yeah, well, I'm slinging chickens, but
Okay.
I'm waiting for Ajax, that Singularity,
Yeah.
Singularity Net and Singularity DAO are the two that I want to get involved with on the AI side, and then for other picks, like there's this one called Ads. It's like the money sign ADS. And it's used for kind of like Web3 advertising and just automating like people's preferences and advertisements that come to them and companies' returns on advertising to them, kind of like an automated data handling service like that. So it has a good kind of use case. So I think I'll be moving a little bit of my capital into ads probably over the next month or two. Really glad to have just been heavy. Like I built a good DAG bag a while ago, so I haven't been building any more DAG. I had to bring it up. And I feel good about the Bitcoin. I YOLO'd really hard at 17K and 20K. So I'm just like lamenting the fact that we're over 30K now, deciding if it's too expensive to keep buying at this level. Still have kind of a background in my mind. I know a lot of people are looking at 45, maybe 50K run for this Bitcoin move, but I still feel like we're going to get slapped back down to 25 sometime in the short term. Just a gut feeling I have. I know a lot of TAs lining up for just really strong upward momentum, but yeah, I feel like 25 is kind of my preferred re-entry point.
Gotcha.
Basically right now, so it's tough.
DZ, where are you at?
I'm looking at my coins. I have a lot of things that are up right now. So I did some digging and see, what's maybe something low that I would accumulate more of. SOV, it's a 50% pump today. It's not something I would want to buy. XTP is a little low, and if you look at the chart, I don't know if we can pull it up on anything.
XTP?
XTP. It looks like we have a little bit of a bowl pattern forming, or it could be maybe inverted head forming there. Looks really, really good when you zoom
like it
out a
hurts.
little on the chart.
Yeah.
Let's pull up that chart.
Okay.
I like this. Pretty
And
good.
then like hit the 90 day or the 30 day or the 180 day. Look at that. Look at that. Now hit the 180 and we'll get a little bit more of a zoomed out. So you saw a nice little pump. And now if we move, we kind of blocking it right there, but we're putting in higher lows.
Higher
Go to
lows.
all.
Yeah, we are. It's starting to walk back
All
up.
will probably look similar. Ooh, oh
Yeah,
my God. I actually didn't
purr.
realize it launched that hard.
Yeah.
God
Okay, I got in pretty cheap.
Hey.
Not too much cheaper than where we're at now. I took a little bit of profit. When we had a nice spike, I only did that because I was buying my girlfriend an expensive kitchen gadget. I am glad I took some profit. However, it doesn't matter how you take profit. It just matters that you take some profit. Like me and BJ, we had a Vegas trip the month of Bitcoin and Ethereum's all-time high. We sold some crypto before the trip. We're like, we're both like hesitant about it.
Yeah.
Looking back now, oh my God, we were geniuses. So it doesn't matter like how you take profit. That's one I took a little bit of profit on, but now it's starting to do that.
Yeah.
So maybe looks okay.
Yeah.
The fintech play.
Yeah.
Intech.
Maybe it's
Nice.
my time. I didn't do it the first pump, and that actually
Maybe it
looks like a
is.
pretty good.
It looks.
Little
I mean, the
ramp
chart
up.
looks good when you zoom out. I don't know what's going to
Yeah.
go on with their app, and are they going to continue to sign people? Martini guy continue to keep talking about it. Probably.
You know what else looks funny?
Someone wash me.
Oh yeah, you like
it
that
is.
close up?
There it is.
Block.
Sponsored by
Oh my
Semen.
God.
That was not intentional. Hey, look at this website.
No.
This is called whattomine.com.
Oh God.
Okay. I'm going to put in my hash rates. Here's all the hash rates. Here's all the algorithms. Look what's profitable. Literally everything. Holy crap, Meow Coin.
Whoa.
$2.35 per day profitability.
Radiant.
Alphium, Radiant, Neoxa,
Mm.
Nexa. All these proof of work coins are pumping like crazy. Even Raven Coin eking out 22 cents of profit a day.
I
Conflux.
was at mining at 7-cent Raven coin, I believe. What is Raven coin today?
It's 2
Okay, I
2
feel pretty
cents?
good about
2
it.
cents or
Yes.
$2?
2 cents.
Hell yeah.
2 cents. Dude, if Raven Coin was $2, I would be very, very happy.
Yeah.
That would probably never happen. But yeah, mining, look, folks, GPUs are still cheap.
Maybe
Mining
not
is
for
the way to
long.
go, not for long.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get in, you got to make the decision. You got to do it.
And it's
What
important
is
for us.
cheap?
Well, GPUs are down from their all-time high,
Oh,
correct?
for sure.
Yeah, so GPUs are way down, but now there's a resurgence, and they're really, really high because of crypto.
Yeah.
Then they started to fall as Bitcoin fell, F2 pull, yada, yada, yada. Now, GPUs are being used for AI, and there's rumors that Elon Musk just bought a whole bunch.
He did.
And so maybe that's a sign of things to come.
Because
I'm thinking about getting a GPU.
Yeah, GPUs, there are actually only specific GPUs work well with AI. So there's even more limitations on what GPUs you can use, but you use them in parallel, much like you do with crypto mining. So, Rug Gang, what's the hash rate for Hex? Well, it depends on whatever Richard Hart is feeling like that day.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Yeah, so look, mining is the way to go. It's one of the few ways to accumulate crypto without any KYC, and you're supporting the network. And look, if you're able to mine and hold until the bull run, you're looking at big time gains. I'm not, this is financial advice, okay? When you buy things when they are cheap and you sell them when they are more than what you bought them for, you make profit. That's financial advice. Let's get into some news. Look at these.
There's some news happening.
Validators withdrew over 21,000 Ethereum just 2 hours after ETH's Shanghai upgrade. And guess what? None of them sold.
Oh.
What is this immense sell? Why was everyone talking about immense sell pressure? DZ. I felt like that was the overwhelming narrative. Why were they? Why?
The reason being retail. It's not going to be people with a lot of money. Retail who have bills to pay. Retail might need to buy a car. Retail might have a medical bill. Retail, maybe you're counting on some money. Home improvement. Maybe they wanted to, update their back porch. Maybe they just wanted to buy some trees for the backyard. Or just trees in general, you know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of it was just going to be typical sell pressure for family emergencies, as people were like, the husband's getting yelled at by the kids and the wife because they can't go to Disneyland. And, when are you going to be able to pull out that stupid crypto scam? Then, they'll be forced to sell by fear of bludgeoning of a bread roller.
That's such accurate.
Yeah.
Such accurate description right
Yeah.
there.
DZ, do you see any long-term, or not DZ, Drew, do you see any long-term effects of this unlock? Are we looking at a situation similar to Bitcoin where the U.S. government has tens of thousands of them and they're going to be offloading them throughout the year, or are people still just going to hold their ETH?
No, I think people are going to hold their ETH through the accumulation market. I mean, it's not slowing down on institutional interests. We constantly see all these new exciting projects are connected to ETH. It's, a question in my mind is ETH going to pass Bitcoin in market cap in the next bull market? I'm leaning towards no, but it's got a lot of larger companies working with like Polygon and stuff like that, and all these layer 2s that are probably going to hook up with companies to run transactions the same way. So, yeah, I don't imagine a bunch of people are going to be selling into an accumulation zone. Just only people that are, like DZ said, kind of in a hard spot and have to do it. But yeah, for the most part, no.
Got it. So, Biscuit Jesus, you're a huge Ethereum fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your take on just the continued development of Ethereum and its ability to garner news relative to that of like OP or Arbitrum? Is Ethereum losing the narrative?
It's definitely not losing the narrative. And I still think it's funny that people thought there was a lot of sell pressure. Like, I think one of the things that was actually holding Ethereum's price back was when unlock. And the fact that they upheld that, they ended up doing that, I think is actually extremely bullish, and hence why it backs up the narrative of why people wouldn't actually sell it, because it's like everything worked, it did what it was supposed to. Against what I like to think, facts are facts. Ethereum is a huge part of everything. Geth, which is how a lot of these nodes work, is very dominant. A lot of people code in it. Solidity and all the layer 2s that are on it, that I think it's going to continue pushing the narrative. You have institutions going into it and people developing it, so it's what's going to push a lot of a Web3 movement and hopefully decentralization movements going down the road. Whether or not I think it's decentralized, because it's not, it gets people talking about it. It gets people interested. Like, for example, meme coins. We don't necessarily like people to buy meme coins, but if that's your entry point and it gets you that the orange pill, if you will, it's like, isn't that something we want? And like, again, not a Ethereum fan really at all, but if it gets you into crypto, it gets you thinking, gets you outside the box, hell yeah.
Yeah. I just thought of a great analogy for ETH. ETH right now is a bank with glass walls, and you could put money in, but the bank wasn't open yet. And it had no hours. We didn't know when. It just said opening soon. But there's a really, really cool glass walls. You could see everything.
You could see
And
your money
people are
that was
putting
actually
money
there.
in, and you see people with guns everywhere, and that money's super safe. There's a bank across the street. Guess what? It's open. But you know what? Every now and then, a sister branch maybe gets robbed. But this bank, it's not open. You just see people, they're still putting money in it. And there's a couple grumblers. They're like, man, I wish this bank would open. Well, you know what happened today? The bank doors opened. And what happened? Did people put more money in? Oh my God, the bank doors are actually open and I can withdraw money. I was thinking about that bank. Now that the doors are open, I think I'm actually going to use that bank. And the doors open, everybody's expecting, oh yeah, I was so mad about my money in there. It looks like retail was just a very, very small piece of the pie compared to these big institutional staking institutions.
Oh yeah.
So that's bullish, right?
Yeah.
Bullish,
It
yeah.
is.
Thanks for that. I liked that.
Yeah, glass walls.
Glass walls.
With the doors were locked, but now the doors are open.
Speaking of likes, Hannah, people want to know, where can they get that hoodie?
It's not listed yet. This is a tease, but hitmerch.com. There's different colorways as well.
Yeah, you don't have to be a pumpkin.
The black on
Piggy
gold
bank.
looks fire.
It's pretty
Black
good.
and white.
Decker was wearing that. Yeah. Black and white. Yeah. Very good stuff. Real quick, this is very crypto related. So I just want to let everyone know that dragons and wyverns are actually different.
Of course they are.
Like they are a reptile. Okay. So you wouldn't say that a snake is the same as an alligator, would you? No, because that would be a dumb thing to say. They are different things. So a dragon is not a type of a wyvern. They're types of reptiles, but they are different things. Okay. That's all I got to say about that.
Are you catching some
just
flack?
get educated. Okay.
Are we going to bring up the phylogenetic tree or what?
Yeah, what's the common ancestor?
Yeah.
We can go into that.
Oh my
We don't
God.
have time for that.
All I
But
know
what the
is
people need to understand.
one of the classes is what Hymenoptera. I think it's what like wasps and things are in. It's just a great name.
I mean, look, I would imagine
Say
that they
that
are
again?
most closely related to
Hymenoptera.
crocodiles. I would imagine that.
Is that where like it keeps regrowing?
yeah.
Yeah. So look,
Jesus.
okay, let's get into it.
Well, what? Oh, I thought you saw GPO mining up.
No. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, the best kind of mining.
Boo.
So the best indicator, not TA, don't tell Frank, just the production cost of Bitcoin has been perfect to call every bottom. There has been a try to search. Boy, you can.
Yeah. That's rough.
This is the public school system.
Yeah.
For the perfect indicator to look for every bottom on the higher time frame. Mostly with no success, especially as this bear market showed how nearly every TA indicator has been broken. Yeah. RIP plan B. Man, what a L.
Crimson
bad.
Caravan keeper.
Crimson Caravan.
Yeah, I've never been so turned on more than watching my girlfriend scream at Game of Thrones, aka Downton Abbey with dragons, on how those aren't dragons.
Wow.
Oh,
That's hot.
okay.
That's really kinky.
Congratulations. The miners are deeply connected to
Wow.
every move that Bitcoin does, as their whole revenue depends on it. Yes, because that's what they mine. Here we can see the production cost as the red line. Every time Bitcoin price went below the cost of producing one Bitcoin, it has been very short-lived. Yes, since 2018, there has barely been a period where we have been below it again, as at most a few days.
Wait a minute. I'm just now thinking of something. Chamath Palihapiti and other smart people,
Bless
they
you.
seem to think we're going to trend towards free electricity, to put it simply. Will that be the death of Bitcoin's price?
They're gonna make free electricity. If we had free energy, then I would think that would hurt the price of Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, I would. The idea of us capturing free energy, I mean, you have to build an infrastructure of some sort if it's a different energy system.
We can
right?
get a whole thing of whether or not I'm optimistic on battery capabilities.
Yeah.
And I'm optimistic on smart tech founders trying to create a better whatever it's called.
Photovoltaic cell.
Photovoltaic cell. And there seems to be some pretty interesting research papers floating around. I don't know. And not only that, look at what China's doing with nuclear power plants. I know that's not free technically, but sure as heck a lot cheaper than what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark forces behind trying to get cheaper energy because essentially ESG is thwarting any effort to make energy cheap. That's really the end result. You can say whatever you want. The
That's
end
like
result of
JP Morgan destroying all of Tesla's research. Huh.
Yeah, like you can say whatever you want about ESG and clean energy and renewables, which is physically possible. You can't have renewed energy. It's making everything more expensive. So there you go.
It's a good counter argument by Eric. It's better for Bitcoin, however, because no selling pressure from the miners.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would be the distribution, the decentralization would go through the roof because then anyone could just put a miner in there.
Super chat for the Bears.
You're big. Yeah, get a Chicago Bears hat, bro. Sebastian, another Bears homer in the chat.
Yeah.
Another great Chris Farley character as well.
Okay, Trevor Zook, capitalism wouldn't allow it. Okay, bro, look.
Oh, God, here we go.
You don't know shit when it comes to capitalism because here's what you cannot have while there's a central bank, capitalism. While there is a central bank controlling the access of capital, that is anti-capitalist at its very core. What you have now is this kind of like mutant hybrid corpo capitalism. It's not pure economic Darwinism, which is what capitalism is supposed to be. So that's another like high estrogen, low testosterone. This is another late stage capitalism in America, blah, 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 blah. We haven't been capitalists since 1913. I'm sorry. No. Like I wish we could say otherwise. We have not been in a capitalist system since 1913. We are in a horrible, we're in the upside down of capitalism. We're in the anti-capitalism. We're not in socialism. Kinda. We're definitely not capitalist.
I think unfettered capitalism, though, can lead to a lot of negative outcomes. I think history has proven that.
You're right. And there has to be respect. So the guardrail for laissez-faire capitalism, which is what you just referred to, the guardrails to that is personal property laws and intellectual property laws.
Yeah.
Those types of laws and anti-monopoly laws. Like the government is there to be the guardrails, but the street is supposed to be pretty wide. Right now, it's pay to play. The big corporations fund the politicians to write the laws.
And we haven't had
regulatory
a good
capture,
monopolistic play from the government since Microsoft in the late 90s, early 2000s. They're declawed and defanged. They're not stopping monopolies.
No. And you can gauge the health of a capitalist system by the strength of its unions. The unions, or I'm very pro organized labor because people should be able to band together and essentially dictate their pay based on a certain job market and market conditions. Everyone should be entitled to do that. Very pro labor. Right now, you don't have a lot of big labor. Big labor is either compromised by the government. I'm not talking about public sector unions; those are different. I'm talking about private sector unions. They all have their problems. There's no perfect system. There's just some systems that are way less screwed up than others. Anyways, all that
Nick's
to say,
4 teachers unions.
Hell no.
Currently,
that's a public sector union. Public sector unions can go into Hades. Private sector unions.
We were talking about this recently. The Deadwood commented, "Thank you. If electricity was to be free, Nikola would have been allowed to finish his work and he wouldn't have been hidden after his passing because that is what he wanted. Spread free electricity."
Yeah, but what's really funny is looking at who was funding him with JP Morgan, who owned rail lines, coal factories, was connected with Edison, and you're like, oh, get rid of your competition. I mean, you want to talk about the original gangster? Yeah, that.
Interesting.
And Nick,
Drew,
AVAX is moving.
That? What's that?
Well, AVAX is moving for you. Your AVAX bags are moving. Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah. A little bit. We've got 5% on the day. It's finally doing something. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. You know, it's looking pretty flat.
Let's look at the AVAX chart.
And Jim Cramer says, read Atlas Shrugged. The Fountainhead was enough for me.
Bro, I read Atlas Shrugged too young. It blackpilled me. I read it when I was like 22. Way too young. I should not have read that. I should have read that when I was like 25.
Yeah, I read it when I was 27. I want to reread it, though.
It holds up, but man, yeah, it blackpilled me from an early age, and I lost some perspective on life because I was like, my God, who is John Galt? I was just this, neck bearded. I didn't have a neck beard back then, but I was way too hardcore into that type of ideology.
Did you get the John Galt bumper sticker though?
I almost got. I don't have any tattoos. I almost got a "Who is John Galt" tattoo. Could you imagine if I had that?
Who is John Galt? Tramp stamp. Bullish.
And
Anyway.
how society should be structured, my opinion about it, like,
Yes, drop some truth.
yeah, all right, so we can, obviously we have a central bank system that's been created for the last 100 years. We've created an economy of overconsumption and high expectations with low output. When you have a society that doesn't do things useful for the society, but rather they consume more things from the society, then that is going to be a failing system. You always have to have more production than consumption in a society to have it sustainable over time. So in objective thinking, I look around, I see a lot of useless things purchased. I see a lot of overexpenditure of credit. I see a lot of creation of wealth out of debt, out of people that are, geniuses of the economy and everything like that have basically just learned how to play along with the current garbage system that is there. I am kind of de-evolutionary in my opinion of where this organization of control should be. I think that it should be more spread out and basically handled through a more microscopic form. We have like a federal government kind of pushing a lot of overscope programs and pushing those costs onto the rest of the country. I feel like there should be a lot more involvement on the community level of deciding those things. And if that specific community wants any government assistance, then fine. But there shouldn't be like this constant push and shoving down the throats that that's what you need for public education or infrastructure. That should be more of a free market, microscopic operation.
And I would say extrapolate that to your energy and where you put it. If you want to really care about the school systems, work on a local level. You really care about the environment, work on a local level. You really worry about corruption, work on a local level.
Yeah.
All those things are going to be better. I do want to address why would free electricity be bad for Bitcoin? That's ridiculous. It would make the network secure. Price of electricity goes up, miners go offline, Bitcoin falls apart. Not true. As price of electricity goes up, price of Bitcoin is going to go up. That's just kind of, if you think of the second and third order effects. Also, if it's free, let's just say variable cost, it costs me $100 to make a Bitcoin. I might go sell it for $29,000, and then the next guy, it costs him $100. He might go sell it for $28,000. It will be a race to the bottom. If it cost all of us $27,000 to mine one Bitcoin that is now 30, guess what? At 26, my butt starts to pucker when I'm looking at that sell order.
Yeah.
If it cost me zero, I'm slamming the sell order.
Yep.
So that's, and so you say, oh, well, electricity goes up, Bitcoin network falls apart. No, there's going to be some not idiot. I would say probably a smart person. There's going to be someone mining it for $1,000 loss, $2,000 loss.
Yep.
And it would, it'll pull the price up.
Well, what about hardware coming into the equation?
That's why I said variable cost, not fixed costs.
You drop the price cost, then everybody starts, so it becomes economy of scales where people buy more and more GPUs. So they have more and more hash power.
I mean, if you look at the fixed cost, there's going to be a lot of people who their fixed costs have already been covered and now they're just in profit. So then they're only looking at variable costs of electricity.
Valid. So, I mean, back to the economy of scale at that point, kind of.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it would be a race to the bottom. If it cost $100 to make a Bitcoin and electricity, it would be a race to the bottom.
That's assuming that the cost of the mining equipment also goes down.
Well, no, I'm saying you can have 8-year-old equipment that you've been in profit for 4 years. You have 7-year-old 2-year-old equipment that's just now breaking even. At that point, you start looking at only your variable cost because you've already recouped your fixed costs of your GPUs.
And then Ralphie says, so free electricity means ETH is number one. I mean, no. ETH has an infinite supply, so you'd go with a coin that has a fixed supply.
Yep.
Like, it would not be ETH.
Yep.
In a logical financial structure, yes.
Yes, that is very valid.
Speaking of validity, AP Abacus update. Warren Buffett via CNBC confirms what we've known. He wants nothing to do with regional banks and current situation. Buffett, quote, we're not over bank failures. There will be more. Star. He confirms his belief in Bank of America position.
Oh, fuck.
So
Hell
look, this is the annoying part with crypto Twitter.
Yeah.
Is we just want to like dump on Warren Buffett when he's, says Bitcoin bad. And yet at the same time, we want to respect his opinion when it comes to regional banks and things that we want to FUD. Like, which way is it? That Warren Buffett is a moron? Or could it be something in the middle to where he just fundamentally doesn't understand Bitcoin, but also has an incredible depth of knowledge and lived experience, and we can learn a lot from him.
He mastered
He
his
has a
don't
time.
know.
gargantuan depth or gap of knowledge when it comes to technology, though.
I
He
think
has been
he's
pretty
ignorant.
open about that.
Yes, he's ignorant. Yeah. When
But
it
he's a
comes to technology,
master of
he's
his
ignorant.
own time. He didn't get to where
Yeah.
he is right now by accident. Like he
Yeah.
knew, he stuck with what he knew in his own words, right?
I don't think it doesn't benefit crypto Twitter at all to dunk on Warren Buffett, and it doesn't make us sound any less shrill and maniacal. Like, a lot of people respect Warren Buffett. A lot of normies respect Warren
Now,
Buffett.
let me disagree, and here's why.
No,
so
do
you have
not disagree
you
with
have
me on
your
my show.
normie uncle at the Thanksgiving or the Easter dinner table, right? And he's like, "Well, Warren Buffett, he's always right." No, it's good to be able to point out.
Yeah.
Well, in 12, he was wrong about Bitcoin. 2014, he was wrong about Bitcoin. 2017, he's wrong about Bitcoin. And so the comment he made last week, Uncle Jimmy, he's also wrong about Bitcoin. And so it is good for us to be able to point out his fallacies.
That's true. And so you should have a nuanced take.
Fallacies?
No, BJ, what did I say? Kids show. Family friendly.
No, he's,
I'm about to
This
turn
is
off
for
your mic.
Omaha, Middle America here.
Middle America. Look,
America.
we are for
we are American.
we're for the degens. But
Yeah,
so
he's very unhealthy. He
we're-
drinks Coca-Cola every day and eats McDonald's.
well.
And I don't know if he eats that.
Definitely drinks it.
I don't know. I personally, I like Warren Buffett. Yes, he has a big giant blind spot when it comes to Bitcoin, but
Technology in general.
if you can be talking to your uncle over Thanksgiving dinner and say, yeah, Warren Buffett done incredible things for this country. He's done incredible things with money. He has a blind spot when it comes to Bitcoin. That's an easier conversation instead of coming out of the gate saying, wow, Warren Buffett, what an idiot. Well, he's not an idiot. He's just ignorant when it comes to Bitcoin. I mean, the dude's, 90 years old? Charlie Munger. I love this. Charlie Munger. Oh yeah, Bitcoin is just the same as, betting and gambling. But at the same time, Charlie Munger, in that same interview a month ago, he was talking about how, he and Warren tried to do a little bit of revitalization to the healthcare industry. And they figured out that, wow, the healthcare industry is so unbelievably corrupt. It's an inverted pyramid of funds to power. So there's so much funding and so much power focused on such a tiny little point that nothing can get done. And he and Warren Buffett saw the problem. They tried to fix it and they couldn't fix it. And so Charlie Munger,
Couldn't
he is
or wouldn't?
No,
Yeah.
they could not. They tried to, and they could not fix it because there's so much regulatory capture. There's so much inbreeding with the FDA, all that stuff. They
Well, that's
could
what I'm
not
saying.
break
It's like
in.
when we're saying they're intelligent, like, are they
Mhm.
intelligent or do they just invest in things, have the friends, are connected with the lobbyist, and basically push off any new technology and just stick in the old ways? Because that's not intelligence. That's just literally fear
I
mongering.
think he's risk averse and he
Mhm.
has the power of time and compound interest on his side. at
That's
this point.
definitely factual.
Yeah.
But it's
And,
like,
he's definitely why, he was like buying Bank of America at the bottom at the 07, 08
Mm-hmm.
crisis, end up doing phenomenal with it. Maybe he's doing something similar now, might end up playing out great, multiple billions of dollars worth in this position. Then it does a 500x, 400x, which is pretty unheard of in stocks. But when you're looking at banking failures and then you fast forward 2-3 years, 500% gains aren't unheard of. So
Yeah.
he's getting like
No.
nice crypto altcoin gains, in the traditional market.
and I totally agree with you. If he's saying he's still bullish on Bank of America is probably one of the next banks to go under. That seems like
No.
he's probably going to invest and do
Impossible.
exactly what you're saying.
Globally, they're on the
They're on the
GISB.
list.
Yeah.
They're GIS. They're
One
going
of
to get
the
bailed
4
out.
or
They'll get
5,
bailed
right?
out 10 times before they go under.
Yeah, you're totally
Can
right.
someone reset HAL 59,000? I think he's broken.
Oh.
Genevieve Roche Dector, CFA, breaking. The Fed expects a recession this year due to the fallout of the banking crisis. Well,
More banking
all
crises.
of the major banks and their reports at the end of last year also called for a recession later this year.
Yeah.
So again, showing that Jerome Powell, driving in the rear view mirror, is 6 months late on this assertion. Congratulations. So what does that say for the normies here in the chat, for the degens here in the chat? DZ, you read this news, you read this tweet. What does that say? What does that mean?
Pulled up the tweet as I address A again. Can you show us an article that shows the price of Bitcoin goes up, so does the price of Bitcoin, an article written by someone who mines it? No, but what I can do is give you the leading indicator, which is cost of Bitcoin mining, and then the actual cost of Bitcoin.
We just went over
it's
that.
a leading indicator.
A.
As the price of Bitcoin mining goes up or down, It's typically a leading indicator for Bitcoin's price. Typically, obviously, it's not 100% correlation, but it plays out more often than not.
Yeah,
What's the tweet?
The tweet.
A.
The Fed expects a recession later this year due to the fallout of the banking crisis. If you're a normie, if you're a degen, you want to get into crypto, what does this mean? What should you be doing with your money right now?
It's making me think, oh, I'm being told to sit on the sidelines. And if I'm a retail normie, I'm going to sit on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Now, if they're telling you to sit on the sidelines, does that mean you should be sitting on the sidelines? So that's a different question.
Mhm.
If they're trying to scare you, you should probably get ready to do the
Is
opposite.
TC dropping the Chewbacca defense? Isn't that he just rips your arm off if you disagree with him?
I was talking to PJ about like my mindset. It's like anything that I hear from these talking heads about, you should just hunker down and be safe and not go outside. Like I've basically just done the opposite of that, and it's paid me really well. Be worried about buying a house right now, or all those things that you're told to be risk adverse to. I think that the banking crisis is going to continue. I think douchebag bank is next.
Douchebag.
Yeah, that's not settled yet. Hit the headlines like 2 weeks ago, and everyone's forgotten about it already. But that one is bigger than Credit Suisse. Credit Suisse was bought out by its direct competitor that's literally right next door. State affiliated bank with Swiss. And I think the douchebag bank is like number 15 on all the biggest banks of the world. And that isn't really encompassing because the top 5 of the biggest banks in the world are actually Chinese banks, where they have a very hyper focused money flow, basically going into the top 5 banks in China that make up the first 5 of the largest in the world. And then from there, you have a subsidiary like NATO countries and stuff. So I think that douchebag bank's going down, and then we'll probably see a lot of regional banks go down. I've personally kind of moved a lot of my banking just into crypto and Coinbase Card and stuff like that. And I don't miss it at all. I'm not missing it at all. I think that getting your money out of banks and having sovereignty over all of your assets and being brave like that is going to be very, very valuable, especially a few years from now. So
I don't have more than $250,000 in any account. Nor do I plan on doing that anytime soon, so it doesn't affect me at all at the end of the day on a personal level, not like macro U.S. economy level.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does. Well, I was just going to say, I know I've brought this up multiple times, but I think it's funny when people bring up the FDIC, and it's like the reserves wouldn't even have covered Silicon Valley going under. Like they had less than half of that.
Yeah, but they
in
just
total
printed it.
reserves.
Yeah, they would just print it though.
No, I know.
Yeah, and that's what they did. So that we added $1 trillion to the deficit in 6 months this year. Yay! When I read tweets like this, and when I read things where the Fed is saying, "Hey, there's a recession," I think of 2 words: dry powder. It is time to keep that dry powder and to stack it up, because when things go down, that's when all the smart money buys. The scared money, like what Deezy was saying, retail just sits there and is like, "Oh no," and they just wait to get fired. Meanwhile, the smart money is down there filling their bag. Okay. So
100%.
I think I read on Drudge, 57% of Americans do not have any money in their savings account.
Oh my God.
They have no money. A couple years ago, it was less than $1,000. Now they have no money in their savings account. The credit card crisis, which is the other pillar to fall when it comes to the 3 pillars that are going to fall in this recession, are number 1, commercial real estate. Number 2, consumer credit. And number 3, the banks. Okay. So, consumer credit is outrageous right now. So people are just spending, and they're not even thinking about anything. They're paying 30% interest on a credit card.
Hell
for
yeah.
freaking Starbucks. Come on. You deserve to be poor. But yeah, those are the same people who are not going to buy.
I would add a potential 4th one, potential auto loan defaults.
Auto loan default. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great pickup.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny not getting neck deep into an auto loan, taking my financial advice.
Yeah.
What did he do?
You finally convinced him.
Johnny came into my office the other day. I don't want to blow him up, but we'll move.
Well,
move
no,
on.
we have a coworker on the fence between leasing, buying something good, or leasing something good, leasing something crappy, maybe waiting 2 years to get something good.
Yeah.
Where did he land?
I think he's going to go with buying the cheapest
Buying a
Honda
That's the
reasonable
best
vehicle.
choice.
Honda
Yes.
Accord from
Buy-
CarMax.
Yes.
Pay
yes.
for
yeah.
pay for it.
I told him
Yeah.
just to buy my old Beamer. Like,
I told him I'd rent him an old shitty truck for like $100 a week as he figures it out, which isn't like the best rate. But if you're like renting some for 3 weeks, it's a fantastic rate.
Yeah, used cars with cash. All right, I'm gonna make an inflammatory statement. This is
Do
the
it.
first time I've ever done this here on Blockchain Basement.
Okay, boomer.
Buying a new car is debt slavery. There is basically zero need to buy a off the lot car. And you may say, oh, Nick Tater, I'm buying it for my business so I can get the write-off. You can buy a used truck and get the same write-off. And guess what? I bet you if you're in some weird state where you get some extra tax credit for buying new off the lot, that's off unless you're paying cash, which even then, why the frick are you paying cash for a 2023 F-150? A 2023 F-150 is not that much better than 2020. I can promise you that.
Right.
Even if there was an offset for buying a new off-the-lot vehicle, if you're financing that vehicle, the interest rate now is not going to offset that.
It's not
somewhere else.
as bad today as it was 10 years ago, or when some of the older viewers, when they were watching, you drive it off the lot, you immediately lost 20, 30%. It was kind of like a meme. These days, however, Nick bought a brand new vehicle, drove it for months and months and months, and then sold it for a $10,000 profit.
Yes, you did.
$15,000 profit.
$15,000 profit. So if you would have listened to your earlier statement, you would not have made $15,000.
Incorrect, Easy. My situation was an outlier because I had pre-ordered the highly anticipated 2021
Bronco.
Ford Bronco.
It isn't
Four-door.
always just, well, now, no, like a year ago, 2 years ago, it didn't have to be a highly anticipated vehicle.
I'm
And sure,
saying,
you're not going to make 15K, but you can buy just a Honda Civic
yeah,
and
but
make
those
5K.
haven't appreciated. The Honda Civics have not appreciated. And
Well,
if
now they're
have-
down, but a year ago, 18 months ago, they were going up. I don't know about like, if you bought it brand new and you
Yeah,
drive
so
it for
if-
a year, if you're going to make $3,000, but you're doing better than if you were leasing something. In fact, like Taco, he had some fancy Civic that was like an S-type or whatever. They're calling him trying to buy his vehicle.
You're right. If you are part of the lucky few who are able to take part of the once in a lifetime event of being able to sell a used car for more than you paid for it last
I
year.
won't say once in a lifetime. What if there's a chip shortage due to AI?
That's what I wanted to touch on.
Well, I'm
because-
not talking about what ifs right now. I'm talking about right now. I'm
No,
talking
you
about
said
people
it's
right
going to
now.
be a once in a lifetime thing. I mean, I'm saying that's not something you can predict.
the chips are sought after, then that's a
Yep.
big thing on the macro that's pushing a lot of these Taiwan scares going on right
Yep.
now. And we see Taiwan Semiconductor Corporation trying to start building in the U.S. So not only are they going to be shorter on their supply, but they're going to be more expensive to produce in the United States in time. And on the car thing, like I really feel like along with what you said, D, about the auto loan and the kind of repo rates increasing extremely
very, very high. Which shows that no one's selling if the repo rates are that high.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then you get those repos and all of those cars go to auctions and they're not worth buying right now for the car dealership because they're still
And
sitting
let
on
me
their
do a
last
second
inventory.
and third order effect of that. And
Yeah.
then Ford, Tesla, Toyota, they produce less cars for a particular quarter or
Right.
3 or
Yep.
6.
Yep.
And then this once in a lifetime thing might play out again in 5 years.
Right. 6 years from now, the price is back up after it gets slaughtered down and it's just an ebb
And
and
so I
flow.
just want to pause on this is a once in a lifetime thing. We don't know if we have hyperinflation, it might always be a good idea to buy a new car.
A Sequoia is $100,000 right now. A new Sequoia.
Gross.
That's what I
That's
need
dumb.
to move into. It's ridiculous. That's
That's
like
dumb.
my house only costs like 2 of those things or 3 of those things. 3. It's a crazy, and it made me think about, my parents' savings levels and like the things that we were told to save when I was younger. Like you build a 401k for like $200,000 or $300,000, or that's going to carry you through to retirement and all that stuff. That's not even close to where we are right now. Like that's a couple
04
cars.
PT Cruiser. Some people got some older cars. Some people got
That's
like
good.
new
That's
Jeeps,
very good.
800 a
Everyone
month.
everyone here who is not driving a new car is going to be rich. My one last little rebuttal to your argument is good. It's fair. I don't know the future, but I would say previously people who were locked into car loans at such a low interest rate they had an easier time turning that car into profit. Once you factor in the interest rates. Interest rates now are exorbitant, and so it's going to be just like with houses, it's going to be a higher. There's a bigger delta when it comes to negative equity. So you get into negative equity a lot quicker now if you buy a car now.
What
Because
would
car
you
prices
call
are
it?
still,
What's a bad
Yeah, now
interest
is
rate?
probably a bad time.
It's
What's a
all
bad
right.
interest rate on a car right now?
I mean, prime is
8,
what? Prime is
9.
5.5%, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're going to be paying 9% interest.
Oh, thank God I'm below that.
Well, yeah, I'm too.
I'm
Because
way below that.
the last car I bought was my wife's girlfriend's car. And that was in 2020. And we got it for, like 4%. But yeah, if you're over 5% interest on a car right now, you've put yourself in a very dire situation.
It'd be a shame if you got caught in a hailstorm.
Because and think about it, you could be spending $800 on a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, or you could buy a hoopty from CarMax and spend the rest of that money that you would be putting in a Jeep Grand Cherokee into Cardano.
Yeah.
That is basically sure thing 100% a
Don't
10x.
shut.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
$4.10. I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah,
Oh
come
my
on,
God.
folks.
Yeah.
10x.
I think that's conservative, and I would base everything off of that. Like all my moon math I'm doing with Cardano and all the
Yep.
stuff I'm making from the pool, I'm basing off $4.
So look, guys, this is the time to stack. You can stack gold, silver,
Yeah.
crypto,
Used vehicles.
real estate, used vehicles.
I'm going to buy
Right?
used vehicles when the auctions can't sell them off anymore and they finally give and lower those
Exactly.
prices. Like, that's my plan.
Exactly. All right, let's talk about some altcoins real quick
Yeah.
before we end the show here. Chat, you've been
Delightful.
Quite amazing.
delightful and
They're liking the semen.
and depressing at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that again, Drew.
Yep.
Never say that again. Okay, Emperor Osmo, the ZK Sync ecosystem is seeing significant growth, over 212 million bridged over the last week! Exclamation point. Here's 9 of the most exciting projects to explore a brand new ZK Sync.
So is that
world.
$106 million back and forth?
Allegedly.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No, I think that's relevant when people say like this much volume. I was like, did you send 1,000 just back and forth 20 times? Like, what does that actually represent?
I don't know.
I will say
They
this.
said it was bridged.
Zach XBT just did a thread on ZK, Sync, airdrops, and just be really, really careful out there, folks. There's a lot of DeFi exploits. So
Yes.
if you know anything about Zach XBT, is really, really good at exposing, just risky things in crypto.
Yep.
So it's worth exploring. He just specifically mentioned ZK Sync yesterday.
Interesting. So I would say because he's using the term bridged, that implies one way. Like they took it from ETH and they bridged it over to that ecosystem.
But-
they're probably not going.
But you can
back.
bridge it and then bridge it back and then bridge it.
But when in parlance, when we say, "Hey, I bridged to blank," you would say that I bridged it one way, right? Like that's
Yeah, but there's
one-way
the
trade.
ambiguity in that. It's the same
That's
thing
true.
like what
That's true.
Solana did when they're like, our TPS is 1,000. And it's like, no, every time it hit a node, you counted that as a transaction. So
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
the ambiguity there is massive. Like there's a big old whale butthole asterisk on that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, ZK Sync. Let's look at Mute. Mute.io aims at becoming a hub of ZK Sync. Their flagship platform offers a suite of products, including an AMM DEX with limit orders, liquidity pools, and bonds platform.
Oh
What
God.
kind of bond?
James Bond.
Junk
increases-
bond.
Mute bonds explained. Okay, here we go. Thanks for that. You could trade up to $10,000 worth of Mute ETH. The bond has a 15% ROI.
Oh, bad.
Oh, 7 days.
Yeah.
I'm out.
All right.
Out.
Exclamation point. This is a
Did you
yellow
just say
card.
mute point?
Yellow
It's
card?
a moot point. Move
Hell
on.
yeah.
All right.
Synther DeFi. This is TJ. These are TJ's picks, by the way. As the name suggests, Synther focuses on synthetics market, offering users the ability to mint, trade, and farm these assets. Okay. Synth will collect fees, transactions from borrowing, farming, and creating yield. Okay. Synther DeFi. They've selected Mute as their flagship DEX. All right. Well, I'm out. Derivio XYZ is on testnet. Derivio is focusing. All right. I don't like this at all. I feel weird. I feel weird
especially
talking
after
about
Zach's
these.
thread yesterday. I'm like, I'm taking a real careful
Okay,
look at
guys,
any of that
you want
ZK
real
stuff.
alpha? Here you go. Here's some real alpha.
The scammer
A
stuff
picture
on
of Greg.
ZK Sync scammer stuff makes sense though. It's like everyone gets
Guys,
all excited about airdrop.
This is
farming.
Ironfish.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was supposed
God.
to talk about IDOs, but still, guys, just be careful.
Yeah. We're moving away from that ZK stuff because I don't like it. I don't
Why does
trust
their
it.
media have a picture of Drake and someone
Those are very
it's a
in a
meme.
weird room and
It's a meme. It says "Let's go." This is
okay,
Ironfish. Okay. This is
Okay.
privacy platform for Web3.
Is this a what is this?
It's
It
a
is- it
sushi
is-
place in Soho.
It is a ZK roll-up crypto.
You had brought this up to me
Yes.
like a month
Do you
ago.
know why? Because their mainnet is about to go live in, I believe, 12 days. And they are proof of work.
I do like people that are hiring
You can
as
mine
a
this.
heuristic.
Mm-hmm.
Their Discord, I've been in it. It is active. They have 31,000 followers. They have a very active Twitter page. They have meetups. There are real people. They are doxed. They have big time backing. They have their own algorithm. They have their own nodes. You run a node. You can mine this coin, not yet, but you will be able to in a little
Okay.
bit. They have, they're at the A16Z Crypto Startup School. These guys are not messing around.
Okay.
They're here to play. Okay.
So the main net goes live in a week, you said?
Yeah, it's like April 20th.
Are you
or
on
something
the
like
test
that.
net for it?
I have not been mining. You can mine on mainnet just to try it out. I have
Yeah.
not done that yet, but I am going to be moving most of my miners to Ironfish when this goes live. I like this project a lot.
Mm.
This would be a great one to mine on.
Mm.
Proof of work is becoming sexy again because proof of stake has a taint and it has a scarlet letter. It has a scarlet letter from the SEC.
Yeah.
Okay. So more and more projects are embracing,
Chill out, Hawthorne.
are embracing proof of work. Okay. They're embracing proof of history, whatever the proof of authority, the one that Chia uses, that
Yeah.
they basically mine on hard drives.
Yeah.
I'm not as bullish on that one as I am proof of work, obviously. But look, guys, Ironfish, do your own research. But even if you're not mining it, this is a great project to look at. Let's see where it's at.
Well, let's also see this. Crypto O says, fun fact, Cody is DAG based. Really?
Cody is dying.
Got a fat bag of Cody. Discord is for creepy weirdos. Thoughts?
True.
Thoughts? Hannah, is Discord for creepy weirdos?
Advise.
Not always, but there definitely are some creepy weirdos on
Yep.
those premises. For
Okay.
sure.
Premises.
Have
Okay.
you heard the
That's where all that Pentagon paper, the recent leak, it was
That's
on
true.
Discord.
That's true. Have you heard the joke that actually I
That's
probably
a good
shouldn't say
one.
that
America has democracy. Yeah, that's a great joke.
joke. America has democracy.
Actually,
Yeah.
constitutional
It's actually-
republic.
Yeah, it's actually a constitutional republic. So democracy is just mob rule.
Joke. What kind of chair plays a guitar? Anybody? Drew, you're
An
in the
armchair.
A
band.
rocking chair.
A rocker. Yeah, he's right. Of course, he got it.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
good.
not bad.
That's easy for me though. You know,
Okay, it's 2:19. We should probably go.
got people asking about DAG, Nick.
I don't care.
Constellation.
Guys,
Yeah.
thanks for hanging out. This is the last time I'm ever hosting Blockchain Basement. Corey Harden, Radio Face Crypto, Rad Gang, Mr. Techno Cootie, Chemistry Bro, Kendrick Caravan, Dodd Slave, Cryptotonic, Harry Newt, Ruprecht, Cryptotonic, Dave Brumbelow. All y'all are okay. Thank you for simping in the chat. I mean, what else? What other nuggets? I mean,
You know, just check out the Pentagon paper leak. It's fun.
check out Around the Blockchain. Okay, subscribe to this channel for God's sake.
Right.
All right, see you at the top.
Buy some Biscuit Jesus merch.
BJ, get us out of here. Fast.
HBF.